firstly, how was October declared a Cybersecurity Awareness Month, and what is the theme this year?
So it was declared a Cybersecurity Awareness Month already in 2004 by the US Department of Homeland Security and the nonprofit, the National Cybersecurity Alliance. And the idea is that we raise awareness to this important topic on an annual basis. And the theme for this year is Stay Secure Online, or Secure Our World, Stay Safe Online. And the four core messages or four core actions that the message is trying to bring across is to set very strong passwords. So really, really take that seriously, set your strong passwords. I would encourage everyone to use a password manager. And then activate multiple factor authentication. So you're not just logging in with your password, you're logging in with a second authentication method that allows you to log in. And then make sure you're updating all your software. Make sure that all of the software on your phone, on your computer, everything's up to date. And then the fourth action would be learn what phishing emails are, learn how to identify them, learn how to respond to them. Phishing is incredibly big and an incredibly big risk to people, to the individuals, and to businesses.
Now, in a Namibian context, how concerning is cybersecurity and how is it being dealt with?
Yeah, so cybersecurity is incredibly concerning for us as a country now. We have been noticed worldwide. We are connected to the internet, which means we're not just a small community far away from the rest of the big world. We're connected via the internet. So the best of the best hackers worldwide can access us and target us. So in 2004, we saw 1.1 million cyber incidents hitting Namibia. In the first quarter of 2025, there were 260,000 cyber incidents, so up 318%, 315% from the quarter before. And you might think, okay, but these aren't hitting me, you know, they're hitting the big corporates. That's not true. 85% of cyber attacks actually target SMEs. And we need to be very, very aware of that and start acting.
I know you mentioned, perhaps you can just add on to that, some of the most common challenges that people have through cybersecurity here in Namibia.
So what we see very commonly is the phone call you get saying, hi, it's Mr. X or Company X, you've won a prize. Please give me your banking details to claim your prize. Or the other one that we see is someone calling pretending to be from your bank and making you alarmed that something is wrong with your bank account, and then you share your banking details again out of anxiety. And we call this social engineering. So they try to put you under pressure, they try to make you scared, or they make you incredibly happy that you've won the prize. And then you think or you act without thinking. So that would be what we see very commonly happening. Phishing emails are also incredibly common. It's mostly targeted at businesses. And they are getting very sophisticated, these phishing emails. So the emails are well researched, who is being targeted with those emails, what their role is, what kind of tricks or scam they would fall for. And so this is incredibly big. And then we have seen recently misconfigurations in software, misconfigurations in systems. That's a recent attack or a recent highlight or surge that we've seen in the last little while. And this results in things such as invoice fraud, where you get sent a false invoice and you pay the false invoice. Or it results in ransomware, for example, and all your systems are held for ransom, your database. And then data breaches. The data is leaked from the company into the hands of the hackers.
So what cybersecurity awareness programs are in place to encourage the public, you know, to stay secured online? Perhaps you can share some of them because, like you said, someone would say, well, I'm not really at risk of it because I'm not so much on the internet. So maybe also, do you think as society we're doing enough as Namibians to make sure that people are secure online?
I think Namibia is waking up. I think the public is waking up. Government is becoming more proactive, definitely. And then the private sector needs to really start playing their role. So we have the National Cybersecurity Strategy and Awareness Creation Plan that runs from 2022 to 2027. So we've seen some initiatives there to educate the public. Then we also have, focusing more on the business and government institutions, we have the Namibia Cybersecurity Incident Response Team, and they monitor what's going on, they respond to what's going on, and then they put out advisory for business and institutions to be able to protect themselves. However, I would really say on a private business level, businesses need to be a lot more proactive in educating their staff members. So 95% of attacks have a human interaction. So the hackers out there know that we are the weakest link. And so they try to social engineer us, they try to trick us, they send those phishing emails trying to get into the business through the human. And so it's very important for businesses to take cybersecurity awareness training seriously for their staff and to educate their staff on how to stay safe, how to spot a phishing email, how to ensure their systems are up to date, how to set good passwords. And this is something we really need to see for the betterment of the business and also for the individuals.
Now, how can, perhaps just to expand on it, how can individuals and businesses strengthen their cybersecurity frameworks and adopt cutting-edge practices to combat evolving threats?
Yes. So I would say it starts quite often at the top. Management needs to take this seriously. A 2021 statistic was that 66% of boards in Namibia don't see cybersecurity as a real threat. This is an old figure. I'm sure it's changed, but probably not that much. Unfortunately, as I mentioned before, 85% of these attacks are targeting SMEs. So it's not just the big businesses that need to take it seriously, it's every business owner. And so the culture generally starts at the top. Management takes it seriously, governance, boards take it seriously, etc. And then they are responsible for rolling out a culture of cybersecurity within the company, training the staff. How do you best act? What is sensitive information? How should I protect sensitive information? What are those principles? And then, of course, they need to work together with their IT providers or IT teams to make sure the systems are safe.
And lastly, could you share with us what we can expect during the awareness campaign period in October?
Okay. So there will be some buzz around cybersecurity awareness. There will likely be some campaigns going on, some educational bites. Internationally, there will be a big drive on it, and they're providing a lot more education, tips to stay safe as an individual, as a business. And then from our side, as Minded Cybersecurity, we will be sharing tips over the month of October for both the individual and the business.